Most of us know someone who has had to shield during the pandemic, haven't we? The North West actually had the highest proportion of residents on the NHS shielding list, according to the Health Foundation think tank. But despite the advice to shield being dropped and remaining restrictions being eased, some people with chronic conditions have decided to carry on shielding, as Juliet Phillips reports.
It's horrendous. Just the thought of even venturing out is just scary. Every day is terrifying.
Nina has been shielding for the past 18 months. To the end of her street is the furthest she'll dare to walk. She has multiple sclerosis. A bone marrow transplant has weakened her immune system, making her more vulnerable to COVID.
I get up, make some breakfast, do my exercises. That's about it. I didn't actually realise how much it had affected my mental health, but I think it probably has quite a lot, because I know I'm nervous to go anywhere.
It wasn't always like this. Before the pandemic, Nina would enjoy going out and worked as a primary school teacher. Now, the prospect of catching COVID whilst dealing with a life-limiting condition is a constant worry.
I have never had a problem with socialising or meetings or anything, and now the thought of even getting in my car and going anywhere it terrifies me.
Nina isn't alone. Lee from Salford also has MS and has decided to carry on shielding. He's travelling abroad for a bone marrow transplant in October. Lee's been double jabbed, but worries how his body would react to COVID. And if he caught the virus, he'd be unable to travel, delaying his treatment.
The anxiety kicks in a lot. People want to get back to normal. But my worry is that the people are rushing that too much.
The Autoimmune and Multiple Sclerosis charity believe mask wearing in certain places should have remained mandatory, and that supporting people who are still shielding is key.
I think our message to the government would be to be clearer about mask wearing and social distancing in places that people who are vulnerable cannot avoid going to. I think there needs to be more guidance on that, and perhaps more support for those people who are in these vulnerable situations. I'm talking about mental health help here.
The government provided a statement in which they said, people who suffer with long-term conditions may want to take extra precautions to minimise any risk of exposure to COVID-19. If someone is worried about how to manage the risks or their mental health, they should speak to their GP. Looking ahead, Nina told me she hopes she'll soon be able to return to work, but the anxiety she's felt throughout the pandemic will be difficult to shake off. Juliet Phillips, BBC News.